What is your favorite dead video game franchise? Is Splinter Cell dead? Silent Hill or Dead Space? Crimson Skies. There are no two words that are cooler placed together than Sky Pirate. Command and Conquer, Red Alert. Spore, it deserved so much more but got shot down by EA. Mercenaries. If you have the chance to play Mercenaries 2, do it. It's absolutely favorite game of all time. They were working on a third but it got cancelled and the studio folded. F-Zero, sad face, sad face, sad face. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Nothing after 3 is canon. I've been corrected many times about the spelling of canon. I'm not changing it because I don't want to. Thanks for the awards but please donate to a charity before giving a stranger internet points. Time Splitters. Sly Cooper. We need a proper 5th game to undo the misery that was Thieves in Time. SimCity. It's sad that SimCity 4 is still the best one to this day, and there won't be another since Maxis is dead. Wario. I used to play the shit out of Wario Land 1, 2, 3, and 4. Heroes of Might and Magic. It is an ancient game. Turn-based, like a game of chess. A near infinite amount of replayability. One can get it on GOG Galaxy. www.gog.com. Imho, it peaked at HOMM3. Sock'em. That was the most realistic shooting game I've played. Armored Core. From Software hit the Souls money and left my Robo homies to rust. Also for my Robo homies on PC look up MASS Builder. It's like Armored Core meets the coolest customization I've seen in a long time. Cheers. Monkey Island. Telltale brought it back and made a great 5-part series. They set up so much. That will never happen now. Is Banjo-Kazooie sort of dead? 2 incredible games IMO. I would like to see a Dino Crisis reboot on current-gen consoles. Also, maybe an unpopular opinion, but Sock'em. I loved the stealth aspect of that game. Albeit your SEAL Team's AI was pretty bad, but current-gen consoles I would think the AI would be significantly better. Maybe Legend of Dragoon? SimCity. Fuck you EA. EA took one of the most known and established franchises that spanned decades and unceremoniously humiliated and killed it. Spore. It had such potential. Especially sad that Galactic Adventures never took off. I know No Man's Sky is kind of taking over what that was supposed to be, but I miss the customization in Spore. Golden Sun. I certainly didn't expect this to blow up, but it's so wonderful to see so many other GS fans out there. Hopefully we'll see some sort of revival on the Switch. And thanks so much for the awards. First time receiving gold and platinum here. Love you, Reddit. Love. Earthbound is pretty good. Mother 3 kinda wrecked my soul and I'd live to get an official American release but I don't think that will happen without the story being changed significantly. Mega Man Battle Network. Club Penguin. RIP, rest in penguins. Parasite Eve, they should really remake it. Prince of Persia. You can look in the replies for more info, but it looks promising to me. The Tribes series. The only one I played much of was the last title, Tribes, Ascend, but it was fantastic. It was essentially the go-to momentum shooter, I think that's what the genre was called, and I would still be so into shooters if games like Tribes had taken off alongside hero shooters like Overwatch, Paladins, and the like. The game's principal mechanic is that your character has a light jetpack and the ability to make frictionless contact with the ground, letting you build up insane speed across the map. Movement and planning your attack actually becomes a major skill. It's perfect for showcasing huge maps in hilly terrain, and it basically turns shooters into a completely different experience. CNC Generals. Didn't like any of the other versions. Loved Generals. Dark Cloud. BioShock. It was the first mature game that I played and is easily in my top 5 games of all time. The 007 games. GoldenEye was clearly the best out of that franchise, but it changed the game and was so much fun back in the day. Castlevania. No new game since 2008, sad face. On December 31st it will be all old Flash games. Caesar/Pharaoh/Zeus/Emperor. Skate and Mirror's Edge. Suikoden. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego? I keep hoping that Where in the World Carmen Sandiego gets a reboot to tie in with the Netflix series, but I haven't heard of one being in the works. I liked Where in Time better than Where in the World though. Edited to make the sentence make more sense. Army Men. Red Faction. Pretty much any of the old Sierra Quest series, Space Quest, King's Quest, etc. Fight Night. My friend and I were evenly matched and played for hours. Lemmings. There's some mobile game, but that's not what I want at all. Every Valve series, but especially Portal. Siphon Filter, unless it's had a comeback. I haven't been keeping up. Brothers in Arms, they really need to make a new one. Like a proper one though with Matt's story. Is Phoenix Wright dead? The experience on the DS was a match made in heaven. Little Big Planet. I know that new Sackboy game is out on PS5, but the original 3 are most likely dead at this point. I love those games, especially the first and second, with the second one being my favorite game of all time. Creating levels and playing the ones that other people have made was amazing. Wind Commander. Maybe in 100 years Star Citizen gets released and we get a worthy successor, but I'm not counting on it. Come on Ubisoft, make Rayman 4 already. Breath of Fire. The fourth one has some if the best mechanics of any turn-based RPG, the fifth is a really weird yet interesting dungeon crawler, and the series was confirmed dead with the sixth being a shitty mobile game. I may or may not have a fully fleshed out idea for a sequel rattling around in my head. Rock Band? Learned how to play drums because of that game. Indiana Jones, now that Nathan Drake is done we just have Lara raiding tombs. Which is good. But I grew up playing puzzle quest type games. Thank you devs for just making current hits and nothing with deep story content that I don't have to buy DLCs to get. I'd love a bully sequel and for Nintendo to release a new Advance Wars game. I know there is Wargroove, but it hasn't hooked me in like Advance Wars did. No One Lives Forever. If the Plants vs. Zombies franchise counts as a dead franchise, but I'll say it anyway. Ape Escape 100%. Ape Escape 3 is one of my top 5 games of all time. Of all time, it's got to be Ultima. Ultima's 1, 3, and 6 revolutionized graphic RPG. Is Star Fox dead? The last one was launched on the Wii U and it sucked. Still waiting on that Minesweeper sequel. The Theme series of games. Theme Hospital, played TPH and that was great in fairness. Theme Park, Original plus World plus Inc. Some classics. Myst. There hasn't been a new one in a long time, and everything after Exile has been really meh, but the first 2 games were some of my favorites of all time and the world building was fantastic. Pilot Wings. Such a fantastic little series of games. Nintendo seemed to kill good franchises really easily, F-Zero, Star Fox, Nintendogs, etc. The games they make area great, but it's such a shame. Castlevania. Hoped after the Netflix anime we will get a new game, but nope. Prince of Persia, imagine we got a proper new one, just like God of War or Devil May Cry. Is Punch-Out a dead game franchise? Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR. You can argue that it's still alive with the MMO, but it died when they decided not to make KOTOR 3. Considering the last announcement, StarCraft. If that doesn't count, then Monkey Island. Prototype, such a cool concept they could have ran with it so much further. Gauntlet. One like Dark Legacy,